Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Outer Worlds 2. We're here at the Ark, having just failed in our attempt to sabotage it because, to be honest, these guys didn't deserve that. They seem like quality folk. And, I don't know, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I feel like, even though I don't necessarily agree with the politics of the Protectorate either, like, I think they've gone... Both of these groups are kind of like caricatures of the political system that they're mimicking, or economic system that they're mimicking. You know, capitalism, and then, I guess, I don't know, communism is quite the correct word, but maybe it is, of the Protectorate. But, the totalitarian... I don't know, I guess capitalism could be totalitarian too. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, the difference in their ways of life are kind of caricatures without like a whole lot of gray between them. Which is, I think, is purposefully done. I think that's what they mean to do with this game and with the previous game. It's kind of how they're going. But yeah, I don't think they deserve to be killed. And I know that's gonna maybe hamper my ability to get into the Vox Relay. But I'm hoping that me helping them out is gonna help me get into the Vox Relay anyway. And I suppose we could always go and help Milver Street too, if we still need some assistance. And see, maybe that path is a little less, I guess, mercenary? Saboteur? Because, like, no matter what Felix might feel about the politics, Auntie's Choice is the one attacking the Protectorate, right? So these guys are defending their homes. So I just feel like maybe they don't deserve to be taken over by Auntie's Choice. So, but I'm sure there's still more to find out about both sides, and also the
unit requires service.
Resuming hostilities.
What happened to you guys? I don't know, but I'm sure there's still more to find out about both sides, or all the sides, and the Order of the Ascendant too. Is a player that we haven't really met yet. As we're coming into Westport here. I think this is the farm. Dangerous enemies. Enemies with skulls next to their health are dangerous, signifying that you might be too under-leveled to fight them. If you're having trouble overcoming them, try gaining a few levels before coming back. Like leaders or bosses, these enemies are resistant to certain powerful effects and must be dealt enough damage to make them weak first.
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shift's over! I have a life outside this place, you know!
A life? Outside our lab? No! No. Audacious advances requires commitment! Absolute commitment! Commencing termination!
Oh my god. The hell? Are there more? They're all homicidal. Homicidally irritable employee. What do we got? Can they see me in here?
Alert. Hostile.
Oh my god. Reloading. What do we got? It's kind of hard to see where they're at. Okay. We're doing this. I need some more healing. Got him. Whew. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, looks like we're good for now. What is going on here? Why they become homicidal? Okay. Do some sneaking here as we heal up as we go. Check out this place first. Okay, what is going on here? Okay. Maybe this person can tell me. Maybe this terminal will tell me what's happening. Welcome, authorized Auntie's Choice employee. Please select. Okay, memo to staff. Memo to staff. I, your humble product envisioner, want to thank every single one among you today. When we first arrived to this facility, it was literally a barn in here. We'd seized from the Protectorate a modest-use agricultural landholding, a rundown old farmhouse and barn, a few harvesters, a seed silo that leaked when it rained. Whoever thought that such a meager farmstead could be transformed virtually overnight into the most innovative research center on the entire island? Let me tell you, I did, because I believed in you. You did, because of your deep trust in our shared vision. That's how together we made audacious advances. Alright, lab notes. So, this next batch of samples could be interesting. They were taken from a nearby spire with a distinct red color. Its color comes from a species of red plant indigenous to that area. It releases many of these red spores which color the surrounding landscape. There's nothing else like it on Paradise Island. I have them laid out for initial examinations, which I'll commence after lunch. In the meantime, I'm submitting all the new data, or the raw data, from our analysis so far to memorialize it, per standard practice. I must say what I've seen so far is both curious and rather intriguing. Okay, so is this like some sort of fungus that like messes with the aggression levels of the people who breathe it in? Confidential memo to all local managers. As you are all aware, our important work here at the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, wholly irredeemable personnel who've become a liability on our quarterly reports. Normally, I would transfer such resource-draining employees to frontline combat, yet that is not an option with hostilities at a standstill. Rather than further demote these sluggards and sycophants to even less industrious positions, I appealed to their base natures by inviting each to participate in a promotion acceleration program, a PAP. Ostensibly, a series of outdoor skill-building exercises located at spires around the island, with the promise of molding these select staff members into VP material. In reality, PAP's 5 hazardous wilderness exercises leverage participant ineptitude to achieve maximum mortality. I am confident PAP will offload our most irksome personnel as an insurance policy. The final activity is set on the northern tip of the northern island, an area infested with corporate Raptidon assets turned feral. Your cooperation in concealing this ruse is much appreciated and also mandatory. Envisioned by Omed. Is this those audio logs we were looking at? Because then they go to the northern tip of the North Island. Wasn't that their last destination? Download data. Farmer's Lab data cartridge. Okay, return to root. Exit. Okay. So definitely got some bad stuff going on here. Okay. Gotta get into this barn. Leader and bosses. Particularly tough enemies are noted via their health bar, signifying that they are especially challenging. These are reserved for leaders and strongest fighters of the group. These enemies are more resistant to certain powerful effects, requiring them to take damage first and make them weak. Okay. Yeah, we knew that. Years spent crouching have really done a number on your knees. They ache and squeak, but as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Sure. We were in hibernation for a long time. I can imagine that might happen. And now we move quicker when we're crouching. I like that. Oh my god. Found a flaw in you. Flawed. Life hasn't been easy for you, but you've learned to power through any of your disadvantages and come out better for it. Warning, this flaw drastically changes the experience and is not recommended for the first playthrough. Okay. Once selected, okay. Flaws must be accepted, but you gain an extra perk point every 5 levels. This bonus is retroactive. Oh, we've seen some pretty annoying sounding flaws. That extra perk point every 5 levels sounds amazing though. Ooh man, I don't know. It says not recommended for first playthroughs, so maybe we shouldn't. Fine. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Throw a grenade and then shoot him.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Oh my god. He heckin' killed me. Okay, killed them.
We're in the fight.
Good. Okay, I think that's all of them. So this was the boss. Just had a ring on him. I think that was the boss anyway. Alright. What do we got in here? Bypass stunt. Or whatever. Let's clear the perimeter first before we go into the barn. Just in case. Oh, you can hear my knees creak. It's interesting. Yeah, I remember seeing that perk being like advertised. Okay, barred shut. Okay, I think we're good. With you guys. Sucks that we had to use a trauma kit, but I think we'll be alright. Triple barrel shotgun. Foil. Okay, what was going on here in this barn? Plasma soak. Okay, we got a kitchen here. No need to open that door. It just goes outside. Okay. What do we got over here? We got a workbench. I was just thinking about a workbench. Because we got the prism repeating rifle, which has the prism sights. I can add onto here explosive rounds, which I like. Hold on, that's gonna lower my damage? That explode on contact and damage within a small radius. Lowers base damage of the weapon. Don't really like that, but I'm gonna take it anyway. And don't you have another mod? Oh, we can put a shock barrel on it too, which further lowers its damage. How do those two things like interact well? Does it like explode with shock damage now? I'm gonna have to try that out. Let's see here. Where is it? Here it is. Just fire. That looked like shock damage explosion. Interesting.
The place is in shambles. What happened here?
That's what we're trying to find out. Nothing in there. Need to... I think my FOV is not what I want it to be. Where can I see? Is there an FOV? Yeah. I don't typically mess with FOV very often, so I'm not really sure what I want. I just feel like something's not right with it. Is that better? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, we got a terminal here. Let's see what's going on here. Internal correspondence. From Elinden, subject, mind your backside. Look, you're new here and desire to prove yourself. I understand the impulse. I'm simply saying don't be so quick to seek Ormsby's attention. Bright new hopefuls in this facility have a habit of receiving dangerous assignments or drawing undue blame. Avoid attracting conspicuous notice. Wear a disguise if possible. Anyhow, I analyzed the data from the field team at Red Spire. Seems like the reason for the Raptidon's aggressiveness up there has to do with what they've been consuming. Specifically, a unique reaction between the red spores combined with their preservative-rich diet. Not sure if that stems from the Raptidon chow we used to feed them, or devouring a bunch of our colleagues. Guess artificial additives aren't 110% beneficial after all, huh? Don't tell Auntie. Right? Weird interchange. From Lupori to Linden. Had kind of a weird interchange with Ormsby today. After our morning assembly, he made a remark about how he once accidentally ordered a sample sent for testing into the Pharmacon 5 walk-in industrial macrowave. Like, instead of the spectrometer, it was mint. Okay. Spectrometer, it was mint. How it literally blew up in someone's face, but then a rival's signature somehow replaced his on the work order. It's not a mistake, he said, if someone else takes the blame. I don't know. Guess he is the boss. Instead of worrying, I should probably be taking notes, but if any of these dangerous substances we're working with somehow get loose, bet I know who'll be to blame. Anyway, I informed him about the field team's findings and your conclusions about the Rap's aggressiveness. Seemed real excited about it, actually. Like he just heard news about a promotion. Been weirdly lingering around the macrowave ever since. Made up persona. You're actually the fourth lab tech he's told that story to. It might make you wonder how someone so incompetent can be so skilled at covering their tracks. But if you can't be one, you need to be the other around here. The key to dealing with Ormsby is realizing that he's a complete fraud. That title? Totally of his own devising. That's not unheard of. It's likely standard operating procedure among the management, actually. For now, we're stuck with him. So just nod and smile until his inevitable replacement arrives. And yeah, learn what you can in the meantime. Alright.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well.
I'll be right with you. That's sealed, huh? My way out.
Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
Hmm. You want me as your new assistant? Employees here don't seem to survive that long.
Yes. Tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
How exactly did you end up trapped in there?
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new form of experimental agent. I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination.
A visionary lab like this gets to set its own agenda, right?
Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals. Our humble research team works to deliver.
Alright. Tell me about all this innovative science you're working on.
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind.
Of course.
A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
You must be visionary scientists to succeed in such haphazard fashion.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
They do say that. I hear it all the time. I think the word you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed.
Didn't you hear? I murdered practically everyone.
Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like, "Ah, I'm being killed," can be so close to, "Ah, I'm running amok." Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together. Suppose it couldn't be helped, though. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
I'm sure your subordinates find that attitude quite inspiring.
As you're now one of them, I'll take that as a compliment. But enough glad-handing me. Regarding what we need, well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think?
I have no idea.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
Sorry, I barely know my tibia from my fibia.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate, no matter if you are capable of following simple instructions.
This bastard.
I'm sure I can guide you through it.
I do have a doctorate.
Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
Yeah, I hope you're ready. I really want to kill you. How dare you insult me? have a doctorate in history and archaeology. What do you need? What do I need to do? I'd just like to know more about your program.
Oh, my favorite topic. By all means, fire away.
What's the purpose of your research?
Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora and fauna in development of commercial products and proprietary methods. Anything else before we set to it?
I already said that. So does laboratory some kind of repurposed silo?
Yes, the Protectorate formerly utilized it for seed storage or something equally prosaic. Nothing as provocative as groundbreaking research. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway.
What do I need to do?
We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
The old samples aren't good enough? I could probably scrape up some goo.
Fresh spores will be key in the formulation of an antidote, as will the particulars and analysis from the expedition. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
It might be a little late for that. Alright, we can go get this. Yeah, let's go get this spore.
Typical Auntie's choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Indeed. Alright, is that Vox Relay? Yeah, so I'm gonna go up to the Red Spire. It is to the northwest. Probably up there. This is my guess. And there's likely gonna be some Raptidons, aggressive Raptidons. Or maybe not aggressive, but I guess all Raptidons are kind of aggressive, but where is it? Can't see.
Engaging hostile life forms.
Where did they go? It'll be good. I don't think this gun's working that well.
Standing by with life support.
Not walking this off.
There we go.
Stand me back up.
Whew.
Knew you had my back.
Kind of shocked myself, it looks like. That's not good. Yeah, I'm not so sure about this. I liked this more. I have to find another way to increase my rifle's power. Okay, that just goes back down. All right, well, if we're looking for a Red Spire, I think that's it right there, huh? It's kind of cool looking, to be honest. All right, let's move around, make sure we're not missing any Raptidons. Don't want them coming up behind me or anything like that. We've got some Raptidons down there. Get a little closer here.
Confronting threat.
There we go. My creaking knees. Now, what? Ooh. Advanced encryption key. Nice. Now, when we were looking at that flawed flaw, they did mention that if I took that, you couldn't get rid of your flaws. So there is going to be a way I can get rid of flaws, which is nice. Because I think these creaking knees, I think, will go away with time. Pick up hazardous sample collection log.
Owen here. Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the Audacious Advances field team. Quiet now as we approach the rap's nest. Certainly this spirited variety will offer... Oh, no! Oh, okay. We need to run now!
Engaging combat protocols.
Good. Oh, you were munching on a corpo, huh? Okay. Really pull you guys up here, huh? Oh. Grenade.
Entering a confrontational state.
Ow. There's it. Kill the Colossus, kill the Colossus. There we go. Good job, guys. Oh, looks like they got a, one of these things. A security lockbox. Hell yeah. Getting a good deal of those.
Samples acquired. This
All right.
quantity should be enough to produce the antidote.
That's good. Should I get more? Might as well get some more. Alright, so that's the Vox Relay. It's pretty cool. I didn't realize that thing like lifts up to do that little shield thing. We got a nice big canyon we gotta explore down there too. Man, I wish you could swim. It'd be great to just like jump down in there. But you can't. Might as well get all the samples we can. Ooh, incendiary triple barrel shotgun. Get to the edge here, take a look at what we've got. What we'll be working with when we get across there. Alright, looks like maybe there's not like a whole lot of... Looks like this is mostly like rock cliff and stuff, so maybe I can't like walk around the whole island. We'll see. We're getting closer to the point where we are heading to the Vox Relay. A couple more episodes, I imagine. Let's get down here and get this quest done. Nope. Got some Raptidons over there. Oh, it looks like we could go down there too. Oh man, there's so much to explore. So much exploring to do, guys. This is just the first zone. Alright. Yeah, and this guy obviously knew what he was doing, I feel like. Based off the messages we've read. I'll be right there. There was an upstairs, wasn't there? I didn't check it. Take a look upstairs first. See if there's anything that might tell us more about what's happened here. A balanced trip blade. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Excuse me, Niles. Alright.
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our fieldwork progressing?
I have the data cartridge and fresh spore samples.
Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, First things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom.
1 second. What does this thing do? Chemical counteragent. Is that what he's gonna give me? Guess we'll find out. Okay, I think he is.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
Guess you're not overly surprised about the effects of this chemical agent.
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. But it's only a matter of time.
How much trouble do you think you'll be in when this... Or how much trouble do you think you'll be in over this outbreak?
Oh, this might work out yet. And he may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Ah, there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
Alright. Oh, you gave me some bits too? Wait. Where are my bits at? I must have picked them up. Surely I picked them up. The formulator is well worn and has been routinely used to combine various chemical substances with the right ingredients. It can be utilized to synthesize an antidote for the homicidally irritable behavior affecting personnel in and around the lab. Synthesize antidote, synthesize antidote. Use your experience to make a few enhancements. Oh, that'd be cool. I don't have that experience though. Gotta admit, that looks really good. Good animation there. Alright, I got it.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
I think so. The readout said synthesis complete, reaction yield stabilized. Not so fast. I discovered some troubling accusations about you in one of the terminals.
Oh, please. Reject cynicism. Reject negativity and allegation and lies, right? I mean, let's. Choose positivity, whimsy, delight. Those are the waters I want to swim in, not mired in that sort of swamp. I feel that so much, don't you?
I get the distinct impression you're trying to change the subject.
Well, sometimes sharing the benefits of research also means apportioning some degree of the danger, offsetting accountability to others, sharing the blame. Why, it could have been me out there, you know, had I been simply another unwitting, unknowing participant. Thankfully, I benefited by having advanced knowledge of what might occur, and safely situated myself here.
Mm-hmm. I think you should accept responsibility here.
Well, I mean, did I play fast and loose to produce results quickly? Of course. We're Auntie's Choice. That's how we operate. Did I turn the lab itself into an experiment? Research is an ongoing cavalcade of ethical dilemma and outward regret. At the end of the day, the only rule Auntie has is don't get caught. But you won't tell, though, yes? We're still chums, though, you and I, having come through so much together.
Really? Okay. What's the point of... I don't have any other... I don't have a... Okay, that's weird. I guess we have ourselves a... let's just get this over with.
Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Oh, thanks, Ormsby. I found it weird that there wasn't like just a normal option to refuse him. You had to have speech to refuse him. Kind of... Ooh, escape suit. Let's have a little canid dog back here. I guess you can't be too bad if you save the dog. Could be worse. Alright, let's check this armor. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. What does it do? Escape protocol. If the wearer drops below 30% health, a smoke bomb is dispersed to their location. Has a 10-minute cooldown, which reduces based on your sneak skill. Cost cut materials, 30% damage resistance, but 5% damage resistance is lost every time the wearer takes damage. Down to no additional bonuses. Resets after combat ends. I'm gonna wear that. Yeah, I like that. You're looking mighty fine. Alright. Let's continue down to Westport. Actually, we could probably get a mod for this, another mod for this armor. Let's see, for armor. My escape suit, so we can get blast-proof defense, damages against explosives, plasma, defensive plates. This one's just straight up defense damage resistance. I'm gonna take that. There we go. I don't think we can put another one on there. It's fine. Can I put anything on my hat? Helmet. There we go. Yes, I can. 30% magazine size. Additional medical inhalers. Grenade slot. Yeah, I'll go with extra primer port. There we go. Much better. Actually, since we're here, do I have more mods for my weapons? So I got the shock machine gun, but I have no mods for that. What about my Zane's pistol? I don't see that anywhere. Maybe that's not something I can do. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's keep moving. Down to Westport. Surprised we didn't level up from that. That seemed like a really, I mean, I was told it was a high level quest. By the strength of enemies. Where is my experience bar? Can I see that somewhere? Oh, right here. Okay, still got about 3,500 more experience points to find before we level up again. Looks like I forgot to loot you. And there was another one over here I forgot to loot. I saw. Yeah, 2. 3. Oh my god. What am I doing? There we go. I wish there was a setting that you could set that when you entered combat, you went into first person. But when you're out of combat, you're in third person. I guess I could just hotkey.
Medical assistance.
What did I just do? Oh, was that your ability I just used?
Nobody around.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had you guys on. I had abilities for you guys. It's another hotkey I can switch my thing to. So controls, keybinds. I was going to keep an eye out for something I can use. Is X anything important? X is the next gadget. Guess that's actually kind of important. Gadgets are my things like the shield and stuff, right? Yeah. Well, if I can do that instead of using this, yeah, that's fine by me. Yeah, so we can change. Look for you. Here, perspective. Change it to middle mouse button. Yeah, there we go. That's better. All right. Westport. Let's see what's going on down here.
To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm, a meticulously designed marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all.
Glorious bounty for all.
We all know how invasive species
Westport discovered.
even the most robust ecosystem, like those nettlesome raptidons, or the base.
All right, well, I guess
within
we'll check this one out first. This place looks pretty large.
The system abides.
Seems like there's like some enemies down that way.
More than ever, we must
Is this
all
place not
do
safe?
our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep
Oh no, there's like crabbles and stuff in here.
same as ever.
Oh man. Okay, so this is not a safe place.
Extra added zeal.
At least down there.
Just
Huh.
said any
Well,
minor
place is not shooting the water anymore.
Hello.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile. Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
Confabulate. Anything I should know about this place that you can share, that is?
Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Okay. Fair enough. Niles, where is your quest at for this?
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes
Down there,
the cycle
okay.
of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself
Alright, we'll go left first.
embodies and executes on it. Throughout
Charlton
history,
Wintrot.
societies were constantly out of balance.
Kind of forget who he said we should talk to.
Ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering.
Is this a crime?
Volunteers didn't have the
It's not saying it is.
hand of the sovereign to guide them. Here on Eden,
Oops.
we all enjoy the full luxury the paradigm affords us.
Here we go. Go and pick this lock.
Contentment and plenty. We have community, purpose, time for
What do we got in here?
sleep well at night. Work isn't strenuous or stressful. Food is nutritious.
Can't wait, Commander. At least until we've talked with Zeb.
Yeah, we're on our way. You just give me that joint thing. Okay, we got a terminal back here, or something. What is this? Protectorate Declaratory Address System. For use by duly authorized personnel only. Interface with ongoing broadcasts is strictly forbidden. Inspect it? The interface for the loudspeaker system in Westport allows authorized Protectorate subjects to update which audio cartridge plays. Okay. We don't have an audio cartridge at the moment, but we'll have to keep that in mind.
Most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Did you hear? They're letting anyone who wants to train at the Arbiter's facility.
But the paradigm says we're to spend our lives in our predetermined profession.
The matriarch
That's why it's so generous of the Sovereign to let us become tiny cogs in the great war machine.
system. The native flora and
Tiny cogs in the Great War Machine. So Zeb's down there, huh?
and rich natural resources.
Just gotta go through that feel the crabbles.
I inhaled so much dust. The attack still hurts to breathe.
That's not good. Should probably go to a doctor.
If each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all.
Glorious bounty for all. Man, that would get annoying if this keeps playing, huh?
sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. But then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better.
Like those
Oh damn, the whole place got flooded.
or the base individualists.
Man, that's rough.
Choice. So don't fret. The system
That's kind of crazy. I kind of wish we were here to see it.
Set progress, sustain the system, serve the sovereign.
Fine quote. My favorite is, we must rout all disruptive factors and invasive elements.
It's a good quote. Okay. What do we have here? Maintenance log repository. Reservoir status abundant. The seawater desalination purification system is operating at its baseline level of flawless automechanical efficiency. Much like all aspects of the Protectorate Society, it is perfect. Cistern water quality exceeds maximum standards of potability. Subjects may drink, bathe, recreate, and irrigate without care of restraint. Glory to the Sovereign. Momentarily contaminated. The seawall is breached. The cistern is contaminated with elevated levels of salinity. Although currently overwhelmed, the purifiers will compensate, without question. The system abides in all things, and soon the reservoir will run clear again. Not today, though. Until the purification system rights itself, bottled beverages remain the prudent option for a healthful hydration. Status recovering. Only days after the seawall breach, the water desalination purification system has returned to pre-invasion level of efficiency. Reservoir quality is approaching potability, suitable for irrigation and bathing and a bathing spritz. This recovery of the purification system was never in doubt, a case of events righting themselves. The system truly does abide. Uh-huh. Okay. Doors barred shut, huh? Oh, well. Why is it barred shut? What are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
The Sovereign really does think of everything.
Oh, come on, guys. some of the dialogues are just purely ridiculous. Oh, okay. Aha. You're hiding a ladder from me. And why are you hiding this? Okay. Oh, does this go out the Zebs? Kinda looks like it does. Well, that's nifty. Not supposed to go that way. Well, I mean, since we're here, I guess we'll go talk to Zeb now. I thought we were gonna have to fight through the whole place. Intended for washing, drinking, and cooking purposes, introduction of foreign contaminants strictly forbidden. Okay. I won't do that. Trespassing. Okay, so we gotta sneak through here. That's fine. Oh, didn't see that thing. Nice and easy. We just gotta get. There we go. See, we're fine. We're fine.
The place? Law, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
I'll see you in a second, huh? Gonna open this.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
How's it going?
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
Damn. Harsh words. Don't just stand there, Niles. Introduce me to your friend.
Zeb, this is the commander I told you about. One in charge of the Horizon Point mission.
So you're the one responsible for the severity of Niles' injuries. You ordered him to remain behind on a fruitless recovery effort.
Who the fuck are you? Get... I don't like your tone.
I never did perfect my bedside manner. So
work on it.
You are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
Just rein it in. Rein it in, Felix. Rein it in. Easy does it. We're all friends here, right?
I see no one here I would count a friend. And if you think a few gracious words will mollify me, you are sorely mistaken.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
This one. Man, I'll let Niles respond. That could be worse. He could have left you floating in the dead of space for a decade. Man, I'm not letting go of that, am I? Niles respond.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Oh, wow. It would be really convenient if you had two people who were like, oh, let us help you out. Just a second ago, huh? Maybe you would like to rethink Niles' offer of help then.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
What was the info they passed along?
It has to do with the location of a vault rumored to house the Protectorate's greatest technological advancements, including its skip drive designs. That's all I'll say for now.
Well, I'm in if Niles is.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
I haven't found a way to reach the Vox station yet, so it might take me a while.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the consul.
I have some questions before I go. I'll be quick.
I'll answer what I can.
How did a Protector doctor end up turning a rebel fighter?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration.
About your stint in mental refreshment.
Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my best to put that unpleasant experience behind me. Please respect my wish to avoid reopening closed wounds.
What can you tell me about your neighbors?
The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here. I feel kindly toward them.
By neighbors, I was referring to Westport.
Ah, of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind if you've explored the nearby settlement. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me, of course, or anyone outside the Sovereign's grace, which has been to my benefit. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now, not even a crowbar could pry open all those shut eyes.
Thanks. That's all I needed to know for now. Alright. So we gotta rescue his crew when we get into the Vox Relay as well. All roads lead to the Vox Relay. I like your little hideout. Mind if I go on your computer? Ah.
Do you always put your hands on other people's things?
Yeah, I do. You're the only one that's commented on it so far, so shut the fuck up, okay? Okay? Jeez. Alright. Is this still trespassing? Could you, like, make this not trespassing back here? It'd make my job a lot easier. I guess we can go through the Crabble area to get back up there. Yeah, we'll do that. But we'll be doing that in the next episode. Until then, hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.